morning. This is Bernade Flournoy. Thank you for joining me in my studio. Teacher tired, okay? This is Memorial Day weekend. We may have to cut this, but it is what it is. I am so grateful. Last day of school this past week. I just wanted to pop on and start part one. This week doing a little bit of watercolor acrylic mix. And let you know that if you want this download, and I'm so sorry, the studio lights are super bright. If you would like this download, you need to contact me. Okay? You can join our email list. There are some other downloads in there available for you to paint. But if you want this one, you're going to have to let me know. Bernade Flournoy, art teacher by day, on summer break. Thank you, oh God. Portrait painter by night and on the weekends. I am a paint party instructor. Now, if you need to hire me during the summer, come on with it. Contact us on the Painted Poses website. I'm there. I am loving serving you with positive painting experiences. Now, without further ado, we need to get our water. We've got the acrylic paints. I'm going to mainly use the pink that's in here. And we've got some of the watercolor paints. So it's like a mixed media type of situation. I've got the paint cam here. Let me enter it into the studio. Let me make sure it's going the right way. I'm going to pop that in right fast so I don't make you dizzy. Now, it's Saturday over here. I'm popping on for just a few minutes to work on the background, and I may pop on later. I have a paint party event today. You could still purchase if you're local in the Indianapolis area, especially on the west side. If you know, you know. Indy 500 is happening this weekend, and it's a busy, exciting time in Indianapolis for the race lovers. I like to watch the award ceremony on Monday. Now, I will catch a little bit of the race. One day I will go. Now, if you know that you're struggling with mixing skin tones, I have a mini class for that. You're going to have to watch for that. I love portraits, you guys. You know that. And so a lot of the things that I've been introducing for painting involve people. Do not be afraid of mixing skin tones. I got you, okay? And then if you are afraid, then you can always go and purchase a bottle of paint that is closest. Let me move this back here. Closest to your skin tone. This is Nutmeg Brown by Apple Barrel. That one is closest. Oh, I don't have the other paint can. That one is closest to my skin tone. Do I have the other little peachy ones here? It is so easy. I want to make it easy for you. So without further ado, let's pop on in here. We're only in here for a few minutes today. Do I need another paper up underneath here? Now remember your surface. You know what? I didn't pop in my paint cam, y'all. Hold on one second. Oh, that was close. And I'm so sorry. I made you dizzy. Anyway, if I don't pop that microphone in there, this thing will reverberate all over this internet broadcast. All right. It's here. Do we plug this in? This one is not plugged in, so we're going to eliminate this one out because we need the room. Now, I have ordered another light to add to the studio experience here, so I'm hoping that it will be coming soon. All right, let's get ready to rumble. So let me rearrange this here. Nope. I don't know why I don't have access to some of this here. Okay, now that's the one I prefer because then the studio view is better. All right, so we are getting started. Now, this is still water from last week. You know, we have to hydrate our uh, paints here. I just have a simple water bottle that I'm just going to spray in to our watercolors. So we've got this going here. So this is inside of our watercolors here. And I'm just going to bust open the pink here. And because this is acrylic, I don't want to mix the acrylic down on my with my watercolors. Let me see. Yep, got plenty of it up in there. Let me make sure I didn't get any on my hands. There we go. So now I'm also trying these new brushes. The other one is out. I forgot. I was unboxing these this morning as well. And you know what? I may have my new light out there too, so who knows? All right, I'm going with my old workhorse. Now the car, I'm going to save for last. I'm going to do some fun, cute stuff in the background back over here. Hold on one second. But on the picture, it's pink, 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 pink. Everything, everywhere. And that's fine. Let's see. I'm going to squeeze some of this out because I have a couple of them. I have the Apple Barrel Diva Pink and the Apple Barrel Bright Magenta. They're really not that different. Let's see, I don't know if you can see. One is just a little bit darker, and because we do have some of the subtle tones, that's okay. I think I'm just going to squeeze this out onto the plate, guys. Let's see if you can see them. Now, I am not against using ready-made, so this one is a little bit, okay. That one there, this is that Diva Pink. Let me give this a good shake. And you always want to make sure that you are mixing up your paints so that you don't squeeze out a bunch of water. Right, so here we are. Let's get the light over here. This is the magenta. You see how that one is a little bit darker? Let's see. Hopefully that's not out of you, and hopefully that's the studio lights aren't too bad. So there we go. We've got a couple of the pinks, and basically that's all you need with a little bit of black for the imagery. Excuse me. And I'm going to go in here and get started. Let me pop this here. You know what? I didn't share, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't share. Let me do that right quick. Oh, please forgive me. Good Lord, good Lord. So let me go to the painted pose and share this out. Oh, I forget to do this. Okay, so I am Bernade Flournoy, and I need to share to my group. Excuse me. All right. Okay. Is it showing live on here? Am I live? Let me refresh. It doesn't look like I'm live on this page. Okay, there I am. I am live. Share to my story. Share to a page. I'm going to share that to the Paint Party Online pop-up. Oh my goodness, it's requiring me to switch, to do the switch. I don't know what the issue is, but we're going to go ahead and leave that. I don't know why it won't let me share it. Let me switch back to Grenade. Right, and I am going to share this to my story, I think. And I'm going to share this to my, and I'm trying to see if I shared it to my group, guys. I don't even know. I'm trying to get up in there and share it, y'all. Okay, because we're just in here for a few moments. Nope, it didn't share up in there, y'all. What we doing? Excuse me. Okay, let me go back to sharing. Who knew it was going to take this long, y'all? Y'all, all I'm trying to do is share the live out. And this is taking longer than what I really wanted to get up here and paint. All right, let's share to my group. There we go. And I think we're good now. Ooh, wait. Pop in and say hey. Happy Saturday, right? All right, so we have gone through this business post. Oh, now, oh, wait. There we go. Now I'm going to exit out of there because we have done the absolute most. It has taken literally 4 minutes just for that kind of foolishness, right? But anyway, we're up in here. We are ready. Let me slide everything back. Oh, wait, just a scotch. Scotch is my damn saying. So we got stuff that act like it's supposed to be in the scene over here. Okay. Oh, wait, y'all. Okay, we're good. There we are, y'all. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm already tired. Now, with this, you could go ahead and paint this black with acrylic right away. Let me find mine. Oh boy, we got a lot to cut out of this one. I think I am just going to take a little bit of this black here, and I didn't open this. Let me go ahead and open this part right here. Go right on up in here. I want it to be watered down just a little bit, and I am going for it. I'm going to take, I've got really too much paint on there, and I know it. So I am going to try to hurry up and spread it out quickly. Now, you know how I like to think about this like a dust mop. And because this is acrylic, this will not mix back in with the other paints. Okay, so I'm gonna go get just another little corner, little smidge. Well, that's more than a smidge, everybody, but we're going back over here. This is just straight paint. Oh, we got outside the lines. How do you stay in control of that corner when you've had coffee? Good luck. Okay, I'm just going in here with this little small round. Which size is this? I don't know. This is probably a 0. This is a number 1. But each company is a little bit different. So you get one, you want to make sure you have a large, medium, and small brush at your disposal. So I'm just going to take some of this paint that's right here, go right into these little corners right here. All right, so there we go. We got that part. And then this is another black part down here. Let's see, this is another big black part here. I'm going to get some of this water. I'm going to go back in here to this paint, and we're going for it. Ooh, this is too much paint, y'all. You know that's not what I teach. I want you to stay in control. But because we spend so much time on trying to make sure we were live, that ate up some of our time. So I'm going back and forth with this right here. I'm just going to go in here, mix some of this water in, and I'm going right along that edge. I need some more paint, so I'm going to dip in just on the tip, and I'm going to drag that on around. Okay. Now you want to stay in control because this is not like a tree or some grass or flowers or anything like that. This is a mechanical object. Now, I don't know technically if you call this like an industrial design or whether or not I'm going to, because I've got plenty of paint in this brush. I'm just going to squeeze some out here. Or whether or not you want to call this a still life of like an inanimate object. But for those race lovers out there, I know you love it. So now I could go on ahead and paint everything black that I need to paint black, like inside of here. Um, this is another large area that needs to be painted black in here. So now this brush that I have is great for covering the stuff up in the middle, okay? But the edges and stuff, you need this finer point. So let me make sure. And we could use a little bit of watercolor for this, but because I don't want this black to mix up in the pink, I'm using acrylic. So this is just going to be great for part 1. Okay, great, great, great for part 1 right here. Let's see, let me make sure that I am in the right spot. I'm going to just dab a little bit of water. Honey, when I tell you these little coffee hands are coffeeing, as they say today, I love some of these terms that people come, right? So here we are. We are trying to keep these coffee hands together. So some of these lines I'm going to definitely have to clean back up. But um, you make sure you don't do what I do. You do what I do what I say. Because these little coffee hands, baby, are coffeeing. All right. So I am painting this with acrylic paint. And you know I like to twist because I like to stay in control. Now I'm still using that brush. So I dipped it in the water and put it over here on this napkin so that it's still hydrated, but it's not drying out. So I'm going along here. I'm going to go back in because I really don't need a lot of black. I just need a little bit of water. All right. So by the time we get to our pink, now if you've got a really cool pink watercolor, and a really cool pink brand of watercolor, I would love to know. But we're going to use this, apple barrel and we're going to water that down. All right, so we've gotten a good start here. Okay, we've gotten a real good start. I think I'm going to take, since I got some of this dark black right here, I'm going to go right along this edge right here. Boom, boom, boom. And sometimes you might want to get a little piece of tape. Now that's a totally different lesson for another day to keep those edges good and crisp. So that's another little tip. So here we go. All right, we're eliminating the parts that we need to do black. Of course, the tires, good Lord, those tires are going to be interesting. And I can just do a really light wash over this whole thing right quick, just to show you that you could still be in control of even this mechanical uh, thing right here. I need to get a little bit more paint back here. I'm just going to go ahead and paint this dark part right up in here. I'm going to call it that little nook and cranny. Let's see what other little nook and cranny I think, because this is going to be part right here. And now my paper's buckling just a little bit, but it's not out of control. Okay, I'm going right on up in here. And I hold my brush like I hold a pencil. Man, this is really far away, isn't it? Oop. Now, because that's a little buckle right there, it's trying to. So here we go. Now, I don't know what color you want to paint your vehicle. It is totally up to you. Now, if I had a paint marker, that would make going back in here, touching up. So all I'm doing right now is just going in here, touching up these little areas, and where that's needs to be jet black. Excuse me. And I'm just gonna do a little watercolor wash over this. That way I could still see where I need to add the lighter areas back in. And we're trying to make sure the brush is not too dry, not too wet, because we want to stay in control. All right. So now I've gotten rid of all of the white paper there. You know, you can come on in here and get your little racing lines back here. Like I said, this part, it depends on what color you want to make everything. All right, so we're getting that part there. Then, yeah, this part right here is really going to be good in jet black right here. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that on down and around. Go back over here, and I'm just going to round out this part right here. Soften up this edge just a bit. All right, good gracious. We have been in here for a minute. So we can keep on and proceed and proceed and proceed. Let's see here. So this is another little dark area here that I'm going to just fill in. And because I still have a little bit of that paint in my brush, I am going to utilize this. It's not super dark. We can always come back and make it super duper dark. But for right now, for all practical purposes, this is good. We are eliminating the parts out that we do not need anymore. Let me make sure I am painting the correct part. Now I am looking at my reference, but you don't see it. And I don't, one day I'm going to learn how to share that as well. Right? So here we are, and I'm just looking to find all of the black stuff. And what I might do next time is make sure that I take care of all of that for you. I'm going to go right here because this part is pretty much dry. I'm going right here and I'm just running this line over here to help us with like the gradation later. All right. Okay. So we've got kind of part one going. Did we add any pink back there? No, we didn't, but we can. We could add a little bit of zoom up in here. And you can maybe make this a racetrack back there. You can have the little blue sky trees or whatever. You could do whatever you like. And for this last little part right here, maybe I will do a little wet on wet back here. Because you know we've done that before. Right. Oh, and I have my pink right here, but I haven't done anything with it. Should I go along these edges? Should I, y'all? Make sure. Should I? I think I want to make sure I have that magenta in the background. Do I want to go ahead on up in here and cut up? I think I do. Let me cut up just a little bit. Okay. Now I am using this large 1-inch flat here because I just want the water to go where I want the water to go. Okay, not everywhere. So you're going to watch and see us cut up just a little bit, not a whole lot. All right, so I am wetting this all the way to the edge to do like a little wet on wet design back here. Let me cut this in. So the flat brushes and the round brushes all have their purpose. So this is really going to buckle up this paper, but at the end, I know how to flatten it out, so don't worry about that. I'll show you that. So let's see here. We're going to just go right here. All right, so we are going real close to this right here. So now this paper is good and wet. Now, as far as making pink with watercolor, I may have to see about getting some magenta. All right, I think we're cool back here now. So this paper is, I don't know if you can see, it's really well saturated. It is no longer thirsty. So that means that, and I'm just dipping in and I'm just giving it just another little drink right here because I'm about to dip in this paint. So I've dipped my corner in here. I really probably do need to water it down just a little bit. So I'm going to do this right here on this corner because I want it to behave like watercolor. So I'm adding, and it's super soupy right here. I don't know if you see it dripping off the brush. Now this is the concentrated paint over here, but this is that little runny watercolor. So I'm going in with a little bit more. And then here we go. Let's see if we can do a ooh ah type of situation. Hold on. And then I'm going to let you go today. Let me put this on up here. All right. So my paper is saturated with water. Okay. Let me make sure we got a good camera view. All right. And straighten this up. And remember, I still got nothing but water. Let me get over here and get some more water here. Come back up over here. Dip it in this corner right here. And I'm going to drop this. And I'm going to start spritzing. Okay. Oh. I am thinning this down with a bunch of water. And I don't know if you see those splatters right there. And I got to watch out for my camera and my light equipment. I don't know if you can see what's happening here. Try not to make it too shiny. But you see what's starting to happen? You could do that with any color back there, but I just wanted you to see what that wet on wet can do. So I'm just going on up in here now, and I'm spreading it on out. Ooh, I'm spreading it on out, y'all, and I'm at an awkward angle, so I can't really see too well. So I am just pulling it away from the card. And I'm just going to go on up in here. I need a little bit more paint. So I'm dabbing it kind of in that watered down stuff, but just like a little corner in the actual watercolor. So it's kind of watered down a little bit. I'm using this new flat 1-inch brush to go carefully around these angles. Now you remember how I told you to use it like a push broom? Now this is just regular copy paper here. And this is super wet, so you got to be careful because I already see it peeling up a little bit. So I'm going to grab just a little bit more water right here and just pull that on up and out. Okay, so here we go. How was that? Boom. Great for part one. All right. This is great for part one. How was that shaping up? Okay, let me come back to you. Let me remove. Right. So here we are. Let me move my little extra stamp up out of here. A little bit of wet on wet watercolor for a little racy thing. Okay. Let me twist it, and I think we're good. Let me know if you want this download. This is Brittany. I'm going to do my little race day. Okay, so this is part one. Okay, part one. And then we can go on up in there and finish it. So making sure you got the darks that will help pop it out. And what I tell my students, light, medium, dark, automatically visually draws it in, draws the eye in. Okay, same with warm and cool temperatures. This is going to be pink on pink on pink, a little bit of purple. So, and then just a little bit of gold. So then you have the primary color scheme too. Red, yellow, and blue always draws us in. It's just, uh, the basic color theory, but on like a more pastel. Um, this is really not even pastel. This is more of a vivid. Um, the pink is still in that red family. So there we go. This is Brene Flanoy. I am signing off today. Thank you so much for joining me or catching me on the replay. Let me know how I can serve you. I'm an art teacher by day. Thank God we are on spring break, not spring break, summer break for a moment, just so I can get my creative juices back up, maybe, baby, and come out full throttle for the fall season when we go back to school in July. Okay. Day one is in July. All right. We're going to be back ready to serve the kids. Make sure that you do something that makes your heart sing and come alive. What they say, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, baby, this makes me full of joy here, spreading a little bit of art joy. My membership was open. It's closed right now, but join the wait list, okay? And watch for when we open it back up. Coming back open in June. But always you can join my Facebook group. If you're not sure about it, shoot me an email. Or I think when you sign up for the downloads, it will come in an automatic email to you that you can join the Facebook group. It's a free Facebook group, but come and check out our membership. If you like this, there are going to be other things just like this coming for you. Easy to paint. This is painting using some inexpensive materials, but it makes your heart happy. If you got too many paintings around, it's the download version I think would be great for you, because then you can maybe run a decent quality watercolor paper through your printer and just paint on that, and have maybe an 8x10 frame or 8.5x11, or cut it down 8x10, and pop in your seasonal artwork, and just have it on display. But it's easy to store. It's not so bulky like the canvas. Then there's the middle one where you just grab the canvas only. Depends on the item. It could be 8x10, 9x12, 11x14. Either one of those sizes, you can choose those. It could be canvas board or on the stretched canvas. So you could choose that. I want to make it easy for you so that you could grab and go. I thought this first year just to do it as a download And you can do that. That's $12 a month, or you can pay $70 for the full year, and that gives you access to, of course, the Facebook group. And I'm going to say maybe the $7 ticket for the mini class, but I might, if you're part of the membership, I probably give you the dollar ticket. Okay. So I'm still debating on that. So it won't be the $27 for you. It's either going to be seven or one. I've got to decide. Middle membership, where it's a grab and go canvas, grab and go download, grab and go canvas. That is $17 right now. That will probably increase. I'm not sure when I want to do that increase, though. But that means I'm going to ship you the canvas. You're either going to get the 8 by 10, 9 by 12, or the 11 by 14 size canvas, or the canvas board. Then there is the art kit, where you have the paints, the brushes that you need to complete, and the canvas. So that's shipped to you every month. That price for the brush, the paint, and the canvas, that's $27, and that includes shipping, the Facebook group. So these things are here for you. I'm an empty nester almost. You out here working. You may not be able to join every live that I have, but I want to make that there for you when you are ready to paint. So this is Renee Flanoy signing off. Have an amazing rest of your day. And guys, if I don't clean this brush out while I'm on live with you, it might not get cleaned. So I just tried out one of my new one of my new finds, and I kind of like it. It looks like it's going to be a good workhorse. I just have to see how long it lasts. But that's okay. We paint with it, and we use it for as long as it can offer us good service. Then it might help with backgrounds out of the limelight, not around where we need a clean cut around the edge like I used today. Peace to you again. Watch out for our mini classes. Watch out for joining the membership, or at least get on the wait list. Go to thepaintedpose.com. I'm going to make sure we start adding more blog posts, and really officially start our podcast. We've started, but we started. And let me know if you want to be a guest or a collaborator on there. Oh, so much to say and no voice to say it with. But I've had an absolutely amazing time in here this morning. I am signing off. This paper is still super wet, and I love the wet on wet technique. We're going to come back for part 2. I don't know if it's going to be later today, this weekend, or sometime this week. Why do I keep saying spring break? I can't even believe it's summer break, y'all. Peace. Do something today that makes somebody smile. Out of your gifting. Out of your gifting. All right.